Hey there, well, I've never really made a video ever, so this is gonna be my first one. My mom told me that it'd be good for me to just talk about stuff sometimes, and as you can see, there is something a little different about me. Well, I have Tourette Syndrome. Not very big surprise, but this is what it is. So if you don't know, Tourette Syndrome is a neurological disorder in your brain where your body produces too much dopamine, something like that, and you just can't stop moving or you can't stop vocalizing or saying things. And for me, it's mostly motor tics that bother me, such as I have this head shaking that sometimes will not stop. I'll just keep going for several minutes or all day. I have arm tics where I just like shake my hands, just flick my fingers, or I even hit myself like that sometimes. There's the shoulder shrugging, facial grimacing. I scrunch my face up a lot. And what else is there? Eye blinking. And I do a weird eye roll sometimes. Maybe I can do it now. Yeah, something like that. And there's one of the vocal tics. For motor tics, I still have a leg tic where I kick, or I just can't stop shaking it and banging it against stuff. Sometimes I walk on the street and bam, here's a tic and I just trip. It's not always very fun. Vocal tics. Well, there's the one. I say uh-oh a lot. That's the newer one. I used to say hey all the time. I'd yell, and that's a little embarrassing because when you go outside and you're on the street and you just yell hey, and a whole bunch of people just turn around and look at you and you just pretend to look somewhere else like, oh, who was that? That wasn't me at all. What else? I had a what tic. Well, I still do. And that one is just you walk around and just say what all the time. There's drop. I actually got that one from watching a movie called Front of the Class, which is about a teacher with Tourette's. And in the movie he kept saying drop, drop. And after watching it, it kind of rubbed off on me. Couldn't stop saying it. So at least that one is not too, it doesn't come very often anymore. And what else? School-wise, Tourette's, you just can't control the things you do. Doesn't have any effect at all on intelligence. Before this, well, still, I'm a 4.0 student. I've taken 4 AP tests. I've 5'd 3 of them, and I got 4 on one of them. I have 5 AP classes this year. I'm a senior in high school. I got 5 AP classes. And, I'm not dumb, I'm not retarded or anything. It's just that I can't control the things that I do. And school's been difficult recently because the thing with Tourette's is if you do something that you like, tics go away. But if you do something that you don't like or it stresses you out, tics go crazy. And it's not just the movements that is Tourette's. When you do the movements, there's always an urge to do it. Like, there's this pressure building up inside your body, and the only way to release it is to tic. So, for example, when I'm doing calculus homework, I'm doing it, and the only thing that I can think about is I have to tic, and then I tic. And that's the only thing I can think about. I can't concentrate on doing my homework. But for me, art is one of the few things that will improve my tics. So I'm doing art, and everything just goes away and I forget that I even have Tourette syndrome. And so, I had AP art, but then it's a really stressful class, so the teacher kind of switched it up for me. I get to stay in the class, but instead of doing everything else that my classmates are doing, I get to slow down, do fewer assignments. So it's still AP art, just I do less stuff and I don't send in my portfolio. So yeah, art is really good for me. What else is there? Family reactions. So, or my reaction to. So, my case of Tourette's is a little different from most people with it. Usually, tic onset is around middle school, elementary school, and they get a diagnosis when they're around that age, middle elementary school age. For me, I'd shown symptoms, I suppose, since elementary school, but even I didn't notice it. I had like a little face scrunching thing, and I do like a quick head jerk, and that'd be it. I never thought it was anything until August of 2012, where my neck tick started going crazy. And at first I was like, it's a familiar sensation. I don't think it's anything. And then they wouldn't stop. And then I was like, okay, maybe something's going on. Maybe it's just, I've only noticed this for 2 weeks? And then I just thought it was probably chronic tic disorder or maybe motor tic disorder. I didn't have any vocal tics yet. And then, so I told my mom about it. We decided, we'd wait a while, see if anything would change, if they'd go away. I wasn't very concerned at first. I just thought it'd go away, because it really wasn't that bad. I'd get like neck pain, neck cramps, but it wasn't bad. Uh-oh. And then after a while, maybe a month later, not even a month, like three weeks, I started to say things, or not really say things, I just make like vowel sounds like up, 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 kind of stuff like that. And then we were like, man, I think we need to go to Kaiser now and see what's going on. And we went, and she referred me to some neurology class. And at first I was a little upset because I wanted to know what it was. I was hoping that it wasn't Tourette's. Because they say Tourette's, you have to have symptoms for a year, and I didn't even think about like the tics that I'd had before. I just thought they were habits. So yeah, we went to the class, and it was a class introducing tic disorders, and there were several other kids there. And surprisingly, I was the only one. Uh-oh, ticking, very noticeably. And so the nurse who was giving the class pulled my mom and me out afterwards, and she was like, I think you guys need help. So she signed us up for, she got us a, pediatric psychiatrist appointment. And so up, we went to talk, and I was like, doctor, I still not sure what I have. I know it's a tic disorder, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. So then she was like, yeah, you have Tourette's. And I'd prepared myself for it, so I wasn't very shaken by it. I prepared myself for the possibility that it might be something like Tourette's. But my mom, she was quite upset. She was more upset than I was, and all tears and like, doctor, is there a cure? But no, there isn't one for Tourette syndrome. And she's much better now. Now it's like we can joke about it. We talk about it all the time. It's okay. Dad is the one that I'm actually worried about, because he's taking the news very roughly. So I think it's a man thing, like it's something that he can't fix, so he tries to avoid it, or he's just mean about it sometimes. Like, all my classmates, everyone, all my teachers are great about it. Like, sometimes they joke about it with me too. And, like, in class, it's never been an issue, but my dad, sometimes he mocks me about it. Like, when I first told him, he was like, oh, it's just a habit. When I had family over, he'd be like, oh, you should stop performing in front of them. And I was just like, I can't. And sometimes he mocks me. Like, I had one tick that was, I'd say go all the time, go. And he'd be like, go where? Go where? Where are you going? And sometimes he'd just, like, say gibberish. And, you know, I know he doesn't really mean it. He's just upset because he can't fix it. He fixes cars. So I suppose that this is one thing that he can't fix and it bothers him. So, you know, there's not much that I can do about it. And it's getting better. It's a slower process for him, but he'll get there. And wow, this video is pretty long now, so I suppose I'll just end it and I'll make another video soon. Okay, bye.